he always would say that I'm having a transcendental competition. You see, I want to, especially because, you see, his God brothers didn't cooperate with him. So it was really a stake of whether they didn't really follow as correctly anyway. We cannot say, because there are much senior people, but they didn't really cooperate up to Prabhupada's satisfaction. I mean, he begged them just to give him one guest house to keep the devotees. He probably wouldn't have built the whole Mayapur temple had they just given a guest house. Of course, he would have taken over all the temples. They realized that eventually, because he was doing the most active preaching. But that's why they didn't want him to have any place. It was like the Kuru and Kurukshetra and the Pandavas. They wouldn't even give him as much land as you could put a pin through. So he had to purchase his own land and develop his own facility for his own disciples. He said, I'm having, of course, he had transcendental competition with his God brothers, and he had straight out competition with all of the rest of Maya's representatives. But he said, I want everything done in the American way. Everything must be done in the American way. I am known as the American Guru. So you are all Americans, you must do everything not in Indian way, but in American way. You must have not single shift, but double shift. I remember we worked day and night on one building using the lights. He wrote to the Prabhupada that now we are working 16-hour shifts. We have 600 people working. There are over caravans. It was like the pyramids. We are digging out the pukur, and the people are going up with the headloads. Over 200 people chained out one after the other, carrying baskets of mud. And then there was 150 bullock carts carrying sand from the river and carrying dirt from the man-made lake. And then another 300 people were working on the actual construction. So we told, it was something amazing to see. Actually, that was very blissful. No one everywhere in the whole district or anywhere in the whole state had ever seen so many people at one time working on so many different projects. So when we wrote to Prabhupada that we had started double shift, he immediately wrote back that this is our success. This is what I want. Working in American way. Double shift. No one has ever done this before in Mayapur. No one has done this. You should do everything in the American way. He would say many times he didn't want us to imitate the Indians. He wanted us to do everything very fast. Of course, he criticized me that after about 3-4 years there, he said, now I think you are becoming Bengalized, Indianized. You must do everything in the American way. Of course, his idea of American way was so transcendental. So I've just come here to get the association of Srila Rameshwar Swami, so I can do everything the American way. And satisfies Srila Prabhupada. He doesn't want anyone to walk. He just wants everyone to stay about a foot off the ground. That was Srila Prabhupada's idea. And of course, his speed, no one could match. How he would speak right up till 10 o'clock and be up at 12 or 1. Sometimes he'd ring the bell, and at 1 o'clock in the morning he'd call us down. And he'd say, where have you been? I was sleeping. Why you are sleeping? I am not sleeping now. Why you are sleeping? Why you are sleeping? Then he would give some idea he had been thinking about. So of course, even at the age of 70, 75, 80, when Prabhupada went on his morning walk, he would leave half the devotees. Of course, in the end, a little bit he slowed down for us to catch up. But he would walk so fast that the devotees would themselves would be huffing and puffing. They could hardly keep up. It was so energetic. And he would immediately be smashing. He'd ask me any question and he would be smashing the scientists. One day